So I guess it's time for our good, our bad, and our brainless. What do you got? Yeah? What do you got for your good this week, Cousin Jay?
Dude, I had to go with chalk as much as I don't love doing that. Cody and Heyman just blew it out. It was when I put together the promo for this week's show, I called it the greatest promo since the pipe bomb, and I 100% believe that. There have been a lot of really good promos that have happened even this year, or in the last 12 months.
I mean, every MJF promo.
I mean, that was some next level shit.
Yeah,
right there. That was some next level shit. It was awesome.
My favorite line from that was when Paul said to him, "You might have been Dusty's favorite son, but Roman was the son he always." I was like, oh. And of course, as soon as that came out, the memes of Cody Rhodes and every promo, my father was Dusty Rhodes, and I'm like, great. Of course, this is coming out now because yes, it's true, but it's fine. And I would have agreed with you because I actually did at first, but I crossed off my good for this week. I'm going with Chris Jericho, and it's not because of just because of the fact that he had another successful cruise of Jericho that they just got back from, and it's not because he finally got his Intercontinental Championship back from Dan Lambert, and Dan Lambert should get an honorable mention from me for the first time ever for a good for anything. But this Wednesday on Dynamite, Chris Jericho sat at ringside for the entire show until Ricky Starks had his thing with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho sat from 15 minutes before the show started until that part with a luchador mask, wearing a Scissor Me Daddy ass shirt, and nobody knew it was Jericho, and he was there the whole time. I'm sorry, for me, that's all it takes. And he's back in my good graces, my great graces. He's in my goat graces because.
And he's back on Rushmore.
He was never off of Rushmore. Let's be serious. I was never going to kick him off Rushmore. He had to do something really, really nefarious other than helping Sammy Guevara keep his job. And it was great. I'm sorry. I love that they did that because it was there the whole time and nobody knew it. That's fucking awesome. Could you imagine sitting there and you were next to Jericho the whole time? This would be like me and the fact that I missed out at being at Survivor Series 1990 when The Undertaker and the Gobbledygooker debuted.
Sad.
I 33, almost 33 years later, I still haven't forgiven myself for that, and I never will. But
very sad.
Speaking of bads, what is your bad for this week?
Dude, I'm going with Dominic Dijak. And it's not anything he did. It's his finger. Seeing his finger. Holy shit.
That was bad.
That was bad. That's some bad shit, man.
Yeah, I agree. But my bad for this week goes to Toxic Attraction, or the team formerly known as Toxic Attraction. Not only was it bad that you got rid of or you broke up one of your most established tag teams you have when you have 2 women's tag team championships and not enough tag teams to fight for them. You just had a makeshift tag team just win the titles in NXT. And you're going to have Shayna. I mean, yeah, granted, Shayna and Ronda is a different situation. But not only that, but you replayed the barbershop scene and you threw her in the door, which I thought was a nice touch. But the fact is, the poor girl took a nasty bump, and her face was all fucked up from the kick. Just between the breakup and everything that happened, it gets my bad for this week. And it's not because of the fact that they replicated the scene again of the barbershop, but it was just everything. The execution was just not put together well.
Okay.
And what do you got for your brainless?
My brainless goes to one Big Show, Paul Wight, threatening us with a wrestling match next month. In 2023, I don't need to see you. I don't need to see it.
He had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. Oh, Jay, yes, in the list of things, the only wrestler I want to see less than the Big Show in 2023 is Nia Jax. and I've seen them. I'm going to end up seeing them both wrestle in 2023. This is incredible. And any other time, and I guess my only question for your Brainless is, how many times is he going to turn face and heel during his return match next month?
Over, under, I'm going with 5.
that seems fair. I'm going to go. I'll take that over. Oh. My Brainless for this week goes to the individual on social media that was trying to tell me that because I said Roman Reigns was on a higher level than anybody in AEW, that I didn't know that wrestling was not real. Now, mind you, the reason this happened was because he posted all these things, this whole long-winded thing about Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, and then he made the mistake of saying that nobody in WWE was on Omega's level, and all I did was just put my opinion out there, and then, bro, you know wrestling's not real, right? Yes, I know wrestling is not real, buddy. I had to watch Kenny Omega wrestle a blow-up doll for 11 minutes to tell me that wrestling was not real, and even Ray Charles could see that Kenny Omega ruined professional wrestling, and he's blind, or he was blind.
And he's dead.
There's no way you can come out there and tell me through either social media on your phone, your computer, or to my face, that anything that a man does wrestling a blow-up doll where he eats, not delivers, eats 7 Canadian destroyers, you have no right to tell anybody that wrestling is real or fake.